Hi everyone, welcome for this new weekly community show. I hope you're all doing awesome. I hope you enjoyed the open weekend. If you join us, it was really a great time. And I think we're all a little bit tired after such a big and such an eventful weekend. So we're going to discuss about the weekend a little bit. We are going to speak about the big news that has been shared, the roadmap for 2023, and of course the change of business model. This is the biggest news that we have done. It happened on Sunday. We had received a lot of good reception from that. A lot of people are excited. So we're really happy. It's really exciting time at the moment. And I also have an interview with Drindin, the executive producer. So we are going to discuss about the business model. If you have any question related to that subject, we will be answering all of them. So, first of all, let's enjoy the open weekend. Did you join us? How was it for you? How was your experience? Are you a new player? Are you a returning player? We want to know everything about your experience. It has been 6 months almost since the last open weekend, maybe 5 months. I can calculate, I can do math. But a lot of things have changed. We had the February patch, the March patch, the April patch, and the May patch. Quite some new content and some polishing and performance update has been added to the game. So what did you think? How did you experience it? It was really beautiful to see so many new players coming in and joining us for this new adventure and discovering the game. We also had a streamer marathon where 14, because I added one at the end that replaced me. 14 content creators that covered the whole weekend with giveaway every hours and shared some exciting moments with the community. It was really beautiful to witness. Among those 14 content creators, we had several that started the game for the very first time, and it was very pleasant to witness their first step and to see their first reaction as they were discovering the content. So it was a very beautiful weekend. We also had several events, a Dice Duel tournament, a Monolith tour, and then the Sunday we had the fair trades and the trade fair, which is also fair trade. Well, that depends on the trader, I guess. And then the very amazing, beautiful Marauder invasion. That was really fun. It was completely chaotic and messy, but it was so much fun. So I really hope that you enjoyed yourself. I personally was very excited during the whole weekend. It was beautiful to welcome back some old players, to welcome new players, and to take care of the streamer marathon. Bambernatus is saying that was fun. Yeah, it was really fun to see you guys reacting to this. Drindin and I, we were hidden in a corner of the map in ghost mode and spawning the mobs and coordinating to see what we could spawn. Oh, they are dying too much. We need to stop. Oh no, it's fine. Let's go. Some tree chevron. This group is busy. They're high level. Let's go. So it was very fun. It was really pleasant. Christina Moon Vibe is saying, I would love to see more zone invasion in the future. That was awesome. Well, that's certainly something we can do. The only thing is that it's not automated. It needs GM to do it. So it has always been one of our goals to do that, but we have to organize the event and to actually do it. So Vintage Kells is saying, it was my first time playing Embers Adrift over the weekend and it was so awesome. I played for so many hours, did the Monolith tour, the trade show, I bought the game yesterday. Awesome! Welcome, one of us! Thank you so much for your purchase. This is really great. Bambernatus released the Kraken. Well, we need definitively to do a sea zone with a Kraken. That would be nice, wouldn't it be? Well, maybe in future. Not right now. The roadmap for 2023. You can obviously check out the discussion we have done with the devs on Friday. So Friday we started up the streamer marathon with a special stream on this channel with Drindin, with Charlize, our world builder, and with Morland TV, our content creator, champion gamer, but mostly our lead narrative designer. And we have been discussing in length about the roadmap and the future of the game. But I'm going to do a fast recap over here. So, if you can see this thread, it is not revealed yet. It has not been published yet, so this is quite exclusive, just for you guys. Finished in Q2, so that's all the things we have accomplished in Q2. Forgotten Depth, Grimstone Canyon, Ember Vein Dungeon level 25, level 45, level 48, Group Elevated Level, aka Gel, many long-form quests, several new creatures, epic weapon model that are not implemented in-game yet, the Cabal Alchemist faction, the first-person mode, several quality of life feature, and much more. Like the dice duel, for example, very important feature. But in Q3, what can you expect? So Q3, July, August and September, we have the Forgotten Depth 3, Highland Hills. That's the new zone that you will be able to see at the end of this month. That's the next piece of content we are working on. Epic Weapon Quest, Epic Quest Point of Interest, Alchemy 2. That's very important because that's the alchemy system getting in the game. It will probably be in September. Don't expect it in July. Just say. New creators, others, storyline begins, Vehuramen Ruins, others dwelling, and the big announcement work. That's what we have been announcing on Sunday. So, to give you a little bit more insight about what each point are, Forgotten Depth 3 is of course the next phase of the dungeon that has already been released in game. And you have two phases of them. You have the top of the Forgotten Depth with different creatures, including slackjacks, nocturnal, and all kind of horrible fishes and stuff. Then you have the second floor with the Cabal and with the Shrieks. What will happen in the third area? So the Epic Weapon Quest, that's something that I know you guys are going to be super excited about, because it's basically a very long chain quest that you will need to do to be able to craft your epic weapon. You can imagine in World of Warcraft Vanilla, you had, it was not epic weapon, but you had a quest for level 40. Every class had one, so they could craft for themselves a weapon. Then the alchemy system. That's something that you have been wanting for so many times. This is our take on magic. We don't call it magic in our game because our game is based on science, which is why I like to say it's a medieval science fiction game rather than a low fantasy game. But you get it. It's look like magic. It's not really magic lore-wise, but it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. That's what we will do in our game, instead of having wizards and necromancers. But it is still something that you will have to learn. So every class, every player, if they want, will be able to take on a certain adventure, doing some work to be able to enhance certain of their abilities with the power of Ember, and therefore changing, twisting their abilities. The Vehuramen ruins. So you can see a lot of those ruins all around the world, but further north, there's more mysterious ruins of that same civilization when they kind of grown or evolved. The other dwellings, this is also something that will be pretty exciting, as you will be able to encounter the other for the first time. So the other are those elusive creatures you see all around that are escaping you, and they are very mysterious, so you will know more about who they are, what they are, and why are they there. All right, so quarter 4, October, November, and December. Grizzle Peak, that will be our last zone. It's for the high level content. It will be quite more challenging than the other zone, like a giant open dungeon of some sort. So expect some really cool stuff over there. It will be also the first time we're doing that, so your feedback will be more than precious when we are going to release this. Alchemy 3, so it will be the continuation of our alchemy system, more new creators that our artists are working on, the others storyline continue, the Dryfoot Fortress, a new open dungeon for you guys, and Greenstone 3rd zone, 3rd phase. So quite a lot of exciting things. It was delicious to see the reaction of Sparrow, of the Nathan Napalm, and all the speculation they have done on their respective channel. It was really nice to see the excitement of the community over this roadmap. So I hope you continue to be excited, guys. What is your favorite aspect? What are you the most excited about? What are you waiting for? Smartbone is saying, fighting the so-called shrieks. But those one are in game already. So you're guaranteed to fight them. Christina Moon Vibe is excited for the epic quest. Nice. Epic weapon. Oh, so many people are excited about the epic weapons. I know. As for me, I'm always excited for a new zone. Mr. Coddleshire, alchemy and epic weapon, obviously. Zivara, hi, welcome. I just started playing yesterday and I'm just looking forward to everything. Nice. But that's good because you're discovering the game, you are just entering, you have a long journey ahead. So that's going to be cool. Aluna Star, epic weapon and alchemy. The mind of Frank, oh, I'm going to change your story to my own. So basically you're excited about the new zone, I suppose, because you will have new vista and such to see. Yeah, I am very excited about Highland Hills personally, because Highland Hills will be divided in level 20 content and level 40 content, meaning that it will give you an alternate route for players that are leveling. They can choose, oh, I'm a little bit tired of Middleland and Dryfoot, let's go in Highland Hills. And of course we have more content for level 40. Because for now it's still a little short in content for level 40. They don't really have the choice. So that's something we want to do over time, is to really expand our game in such a way you always have alternative routes for you to level, or you can change zone, you can change area. If you're tired of a place, you can go to another place, and really give this feeling of exploration. So that's something that will happen over time. Obviously we cannot do all at once, but yeah, you will have more area to level up and to choose what you want to do here. All right. So now let's have a fast look over the change of subscription. This is very important. A lot of content creators have been speaking about it. We're going to that in a moment. It's the most important news, and we're going to discuss with Drindin about it in length. So if you have any question or anything is unclear, please be sure to watch the interview after that. Stormhaven Studio, June 4th, 2023. Community has always been a main pillar of our game design and a core focus in our operation as a game studio. We will always do what we believe is best for the community. With that in mind, we are excited to announce that we are adding an additional tier of access to our MMORPG, Embers Adrift. At the end of June 2023, all players who have purchased Embers Adrift, past, present or future, will be able to play an active character through all the content in the game without a subscription. Subscriber who want to choose to support us with their monthly subscription of $10 per month will be given additional perks to enjoy. If you are already a subscriber, you will automatically have access to those perks. Many of those perks will not only enhance the subscriber's experience, but also the experience of players who don't have a subscription. Players who purchase Embers Adrift after June the 2nd, or who do not have an active subscription, will need to opt in to start a subscription via their account page at embersadrift.com/account. We feel this is the best direction to move in for the Embers Adrift community, and we look forward to continue to serve them as we work hard to add new game content and more features as we go forward. We will continue to add perks to the subscriber tiers as we go. Here is a list of subscriber perks we will be starting with at the end of June. So reading those fast. As a non-subscriber, game purchase, no subscription, give you access to the game world, access to character roles and specialization, 1 active character slot, restricted stash and bank storage, restricted emote access and portrait selection, standard chat channel, and you don't need a subscription. If you are choosing to support us with your subscription, you will have obviously access to the game world and character roles and specialization. You will have additional character slots, which is 5 in all. It has been confirmed. Full access to stash and bank storage, unrestricted emote access and portrait selection, subscriber only chat channel, subscriber chat tag, unique subscriber title, drifter crafting station, portable, placed by a subscriber and usable by any nearby player. Embering healing enhancement bonus. This bonus extends to all nearby players. Give ongoing support to the Stormhaven dev and become the heroes of Stormhaven, allowing us to continue our work of expanding the content and the game world of Embers Adrift. So a word about this change. A very important word about that. So first of all, this is buy to play. It's not free to play. Very important. You need to purchase the game for $30. This allows us to prevent the access of the game to trolls, gold farmer, and badly intentioned person. This is a security. It's a paywall. It protects our community. We really want to do that. We don't want to go free to play. Besides, we also need the sales of the game, so we need that. But the idea is really to keep our community protected with this paywall. Second, we will not have microtransaction. We do not want, everyone in the team agree with that, we do not want a cash shop. Not for cosmetic item, not for convenience item, no cash shop. We want you to earn the stuff in the game. We want you to play the game to earn something. So regardless of the state of the finance or whatever, there will be no cash shop that you can really inscribe in your heads. Third, the reason why we're doing this is to allow to bring more players into the game. We have realized after 6 months or more of development and of release of the game that nowadays, in our times and day, with the current market, a subscription-only model is not really working as we want. For some people, it is really a problem. Some players are playing too many different games and they don't have the time, either because they play other game or because they are working and they have real-life commitments, or because whatever reason there is, or their finance is not really good, whatever it is. Those people will not play our game because they do have to pay a subscription. We wanted to encourage any player to join their friends, even if they play once or twice a month. If you play once or twice a month, you cannot really justify a monthly sub, right? Or you will feel pressure to play the game and you will really have to choose, do I prefer to play this game or that game? Now you don't have those type of problem. You can play our game as much or as little as you want. It will always open for you for one character. So you can join up your friend, etc. So that's the main reason we wanted to change this model, to really open up to players to come back to the game, even if it's once in a while, and for new players that are hesitant, that do not know if it will be worth their money and don't want to take the risk to invest. And we wanted to be able to welcome more players. So that's it. That's really very, very simple. That's the reason why we wanted this change of monetization. It is apparently, according to the Net and Napalm, we are the only game that propose a buy-to-play model with optional subscription and no cash up. So I'm pretty proud of our system. That's pretty cool. So Nonel, so it will basically, the new system will basically be released with the new patch. The new patch is the 27th of June. So the 27th of June, you will not need a subscription anymore to play the game. Kuga Bugai saying cash up for skins will be okay in my opinion. Well, we don't agree with that. We don't want a cash up even for skins, even for cosmetic items. We want you, and we think it's important for you to earn what you're wearing and to look cool, not because you have put some bucks into the cash up, but because you have earned it in game. For some people, cosmetic item is really important. For some people, that's their main reason to play a game. It can zoom out for some other player, but in this area, for those players, having a cash up item, it's completely pay to win, because their end game is fashion game, you know? You have probably heard that a lot in the gaming community. A lot of people are doing that. So here it is. I wanted to give those little precision, but we are going to speak about all of this more in length with Drindin interview. So if you have any question related to the system, we are going to speak about it with you. All right. I do have another news to share, which is quite important. I just purchased, but my subscription status show inactive. This is an important information for you. I just want to clear up some confusion that seems to have cropped up with the announcement of our subscription model change. If you just recently purchased the game, it still includes the 30 days of subscription, even if the subscription status show inactive. The best way to tell is by looking at the expiration date on your account page. When a subscription is active, it only means that the recurring billing cycle is active. Due to the model change, we have decided to eliminate the automatic recurring subscription from new purchases, allowing each player to decide if they wish to subscribe on their own. If your account page shows an active status and the expiration is in the future, then you have access to login. And welcome! So I will give you the link towards this post. It's quite important. We have a lot of questions regarding this. Therefore, Richard have posted this. So I want to share with you some of the content creator. It is time for it is time for some content creator content. All right. So I hope you're ready. I'm going to boost the sound a little bit, so we're sure to hear them well. Thank you so much. All right, let's remove the slideshow. Our first content creator is Sparrow. Sparrow has created really nice guide for Embers Adrift, and you can check a whole video about the new subscription model. So let's take this video and let's listen a little extract to give you the desire of following her and check the full video.
To try out the new MMO Embers Adrift, but didn't want to have to commit to another game subscription? Well, Stormhaven Studios has now made it easier than ever
Is it the right
to
video?
experience
No,
their
it's not
epic
the right
take
video.
on classic MMO gameplay while giving you new options.
Oh, yes, it is.
Let me walk you through each option to see which one is right for you. At the end of their free-to-play weekend, Stormhaven Studios announced that they will be adding an additional tier of access to their game, Embers Adrift. At the end of June 2023, all players who have purchased Embers Adrift will be able to play through all the content in the game without a subscription. Subscribers who choose to support the game with a monthly sub of $9.99 US will be given additional perks to enjoy.
Yay!
If you choose to experience...
Thank you, Sparrow. So you can check out the video there. Give it a like, please. Show some support. That would be super sweet. And Gwen, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for your subscription. Thank you for 34 months. This is super sweet. I really appreciate. Many thanks. Sparrow is also doing a lot of guide on her YouTube channel, so you can check that out. She has a video about Embers Adrift and about other game, but you will see different interesting videos. Some, for example, some quest guides, etc., like Emberstone quest walkthrough, etc. So it is a very interesting channel. You need to check it out. Next, this is a new content creator, Stick Quino, that just started the game this weekend. He is Ashes of Creation content creator, but wanted to try out this new MMORPG, Embers Adrift, and he jumped in, he streamed it, he really enjoyed what he played, and he created a video sharing a little bit his first impression. So let's have a little listen about it.
MMO that just had a free weekend, so I decided to spend a majority of my weekend playing it to see what it was about. It's more aligned with old school MMOs like EverQuest and Classic WoW. Now, there are a lot of pros there, but the cons that are there weigh pretty heavily and do feel as if they outweigh the pros sometimes. With the current update, I think it'll help them in their journey, but a few things still need to change. As of yesterday, Embers Adrift had a box price of $30 and a monthly subscription of $10 a month. Moving forward, those who bought the game will be able to continue to play the game free of charge, but those who have yet to buy simply just need to buy the game now and no subscription is required. That subscription option is still there, and there are a few in-game additional bonuses for those who do subscribe, but nothing that is too groundbreaking or pay-to-win-ish. Subs get more character slots and non-subs get one character. There's a box cost because there is no cash shop or any pay-to-win mechanics, just like an old school MMORPG would be. I, for one, as well as the player base, 100% appreciate this. I think that this could...
There we go. If you want to see the next part of the video, you have to check it out and give a like and a subscribe to this content creator to give us support. That's what content creator likes. And so last but not least, that's a video from the Nathan Napalm, okay? For fans of EverQuest, specifically. Let's have a listen.
As many of you know, the new MMORPG, Embers Adrift, has been my main MMO for 2023, offering the classic MMO feels, but with a new and more quality experience. They just wrapped up their free-to-try weekend, filled with developer-ran events, announcements such as the roadmap, and a change to their monetization practices. Streamers showing off the game, and a slew of new and old players returning to the MMO to see what Embers Adrift is offering today. The overall impression was exactly the way I feel about Embers Adrift as an MMO, that Embers Adrift has come a long way since launch and is now an excellent product, especially if you're a fan of classic MMOs such as EverQuest. The Embers team, which is comprised of only 12 people, have pulled off absolutely stunning month-over-month content patches since release. And over the weekend, they announced their roadmap, which I'm going to cover in this video, as well as a change to their monetization model.
Thank you very much, Nathan. That's always pleasant to hear him. He have a very good talent to hype you up. I saw the whole video, I was super hyped. It was funny. There it is. So check out those 3 videos of those content creators. They deserve all the love. And then if you want, that's why I'm here, Safer is nice. Yeah, they're really cool video. They're really nice. And then there's my little video that I've published on my old YouTube channel that I have revived specifically for that. It's more like an introduction introduction video that explains what Embers Adrift is all about. And, well, let's have a listen too, after all. Embers Adrift is the indie MMORPG created by Stormhaven Studio, a small independent studio of a dozen of developers and a few contractors. So we're a teeny team with a small budget. But with a lot of hard work, passion and love, we have created Embers Adrift with the hope that players that are missing the old days of EverQuest, Vanguards, Star Wars Galaxy and the likes can enjoy themselves in a modern, old-school type MMORPG. We are also a very ethical team. We are not here for fame and fortune, even though that might be cool to have, but really to create a product you can be proud of playing. We are very careful with the way we monetize our game. That's enough. That's enough. Elloa-ception. Yeah, I know. There we go. But I was quite happy to restart this channel and to get back into producing content myself. All right. There we go. So I'm giving you the video here, the link for this video. That will be more for new players, you know. See if you have some people that are wondering about the game, etc. I'm explaining a little bit what it is all about, and it's separated in chapters. Be nice to Elloa. You will. There it is. All right, I think we have been discussing about everything, so it will be time to get Drindin on Discord. So Drindin, happy to have you here. It's really cool. We have a lot of super cool stuff to discuss about.
We do. Lots of cool stuff.
So I suppose you are super excited.
Absolutely.
So first of all, I would like to tell to all of you viewers, how was the open weekend? How successful it was? Because I think we're very happy about it.
Very much so. Trying to figure out ways to compare it to something. We had lots of people come through the doors, obviously, and also reflected in sales as well. So we're very happy. It was just a fun weekend in general. Obviously, a lot of work, a lot of late nights, but it was just great. Being able to hang out with everyone, see the server full, and yeah, just be able to run some events and see all the community welcoming people too, for sure. So
yeah. The Marauder invasion was quite epic, right? We had a lot of fun doing it.
Pretty fun, yeah.
So I've been covering very fast all of the change for the subscription model and addressed first few questions that we are a buy-to-play product, not free-to-play. It's a subtle difference to make. And also the reason why we wanted to do that. But maybe you want to re-explain with your words what was the goal of the team with this change.
I mean, I think the overall goal is just to lower the bar of entry for some people so that we can have more people in the game, just grow the community. And you know, it is a bit of a risk for us to switch our monetization model, but we think, you know, this is what's best for the community, and so that's what we're going to do. So yeah, it was great to see all the new people coming in and as I mentioned, it looks like a lot of people are going to be staying. So very excited for that. And yeah, just I guess we're serious about the Heroes of Stormhaven thing. For us, the sales are great, but it's really the subscriptions that keep the lights on. So your guys' support means everything to us, and of course we're going to be trying to do everything we can to keep the content flowing and hanging out with you guys and listening and making the game better and better, without obviously breaking the core experience. So yeah.
What I found very interesting while watching the Nathan Snapal video that I just presented to the community a moment ago is that he said we were the only buy-to-play game with no cash shop. Can you reiterate how important it is for us to not have any cash shop?
I believe the words were said and agreed upon. We'll shut the game down before we have a cash shop. So Stormhaven does not want cash shops, microtransactions, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, we're pretty serious about that. So
a lot of people will wonder, so how will we earn enough money to keep the light on? It's really with the subscription, right?
Yeah, I mean, long term, it's the subscription that really helps us keep going. So that's kind of like the consistent revenue, whereas like sales kind of come in spurts and fits, and boosts, so like the baseline that we need is really the subscriptions. So yeah.
So we're doing everything we can to deserve the subscription of people, convince our player that our game is worth their $10 per month, but it's also cool that anyone who do not have that money can jump in with a friend, even if it's just for 1 or 2 days per month or once in a while. I think that will be very, very great.
Yeah, I agree. I think having people come back to check out the new monthly content is super valuable. People who are just kind of turned off by monthly subs can now come in and play the game. And if they like us, like our team, like the game, they can decide to sub for a month here and there or whatever they, decide. But yeah, I think it's a pretty fair model for everyone. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, what everyone is thinking. So, we have added several perks to the subscribers, and we have really tried to give some interesting perks that were not pay to win. I had earlier viewers and community member, which is pretty active and very supportive of the game, that were suggesting IDs such as an extra abilities for subscriber or months for subscriber. And I explained him that we're not going for that type of ID because that's clearly pay to win. It's not something we want.
Yeah, absolutely not. Pay to win in our game is not something that's really welcome. We want everyone to kind of have that same experience, which is why in the first column you see, like, if someone's not subscribing, it says full access to the game world, full access to the character selections. So yeah, we're not like restricting that kind of stuff. So if you're subscribing now and you continue to subscribe, you will get extra features. But if you're not subscribing, you get those, I guess, options to come in and play. And yeah.
Yeah, that was something that we received a lot of questions about on the forum. Some people were worried, if I am a subscriber now and I decided to not subscribe for a month or two, what will happen with my characters? What will happen with my inventory?
Yeah, it'll all stay there. Nothing's getting deleted. It'll just kind of be on the back burner until if you want to play those characters again, you can re-up for a month and, you'll have access to all that stuff. As far as like, and just to clarify, like inventory space and gathering bag space, like your adventuring bag and gathering bag, those aren't changing. Everyone's going to have the same space in their bags. As you go into the storage, there will be some slots that are kind of like cordoned off for subscribers, and if you are a subscriber and you have stuff in that slot, it'll stay there. you can take it out of that slot, but you just can't put anything back into those slots. So, and it's, it's, I guess to clarify people's questions, if you're not subscribing, the personal storage bank and the shared storage bank, they're the same size. But for the non-subscribers, you'll have 5 slots per row, and for subscribers, you'll have 8 slots per row. So just to clarify, obviously everything's still being ironed out. So, leave undone some room for adjustment, but all in all, I think that's the plan right now.
And you still need to purchase your horizontal row with gold and silver. That's also something important. That progression is not gone. Right.
It's the same as it is now. You'll just purchase row by row. It's the prices are the same and everything. Yeah.
So the subscriber just have some extra vertical column, but the horizontal column are the same for everyone.
Well, I like to think about it as like slots per row. So in your first row, if you're not subscribing, you get 5 slots, and then you can buy 5, buy 5, buy 5, buy 5. If you choose to subscribe, it'll go up to 8 slots per row. You buy the rows and you get a few extra slots on the end of the row. So yeah. We have a question. How do you assign your current active character if you have more than one? Yeah, so when you first log in, in the non-subscribed state, you'll just have to select which character you're designating as your active character, and then there you go. That'll be it.
That will be your character. So you will have to choose mindfully and be sure what you're doing. When it comes to the portable crafting station and the health regeneration bonus around embering, I would like we discuss a little bit about the idea behind those particular perk, because with the team we really tried to brainstorm really cool idea where the subscriber could serve the rest of the community. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's really the goal, for the subscribers to be able to offer something not just for themselves but to everyone in the server. So if you're a non-subscriber and you're subbing, or you're grouped with a subscriber, you'll get a little bit of a boost at the Ember Ring. You'll get to use their crafting table when they pull it out in the middle of an adventure. And those crafting tables will have restrictions. It's not going to be like a full crafting table like you would find in New Haven City, for example. But you will have access to, create, things like arrows and repair kits and those kinds of things.
Yeah, it's basically crafting station to create consumable and stuff like that. So if you need some augment for your gear, up you can go. Or if you want some health potion, there you go.
Yeah.
And that was really, I think, a goal with the team. It was to find exciting, enticing perks that will not be pay to win, but that will be attractive enough to justify a subscription from people, but that could benefit everyone. So if you're a guild leader, for example, or a group leader, and you want to play with your fixed group every Saturday night, well, you can be the one which is subscribing, so you can offer them this type of advantage in little bonus. So it is really to create a synergy between the subscriber and the non-subscriber, and not to divide them. That's absolutely not the goal. Of course, we need to give them a little bit of bragging rights, so they can have a badge in the chat or fancy title, but they deserve it. They're supporting us, right?
Yeah. And I would say, if you guys do have any ideas of things that subscribers can have to share with the rest of the community, we'd love to hear your ideas. Because that's something we really want to emphasize is the subscribers being able to offer something to everyone. So yeah, we're totally open to ideas and really excited about change and allowing more people into the world and everything like that. So
Yeah, because that's what interests us the most, is to underline this kind of synergy between the subscriber and the non-subscriber. It's like the non-subscriber is the guy which is trialing the game, which is not really sure or that doesn't really have the time to invest themselves too much. But then the subscriber can make their life easier.
yeah, absolutely.
Another little things that I would like to talk about, it's because some people has been reacting negatively towards this idea, was the special chat for subscriber only. So the idea with the subscriber chat is really, some people don't like the global chats. Some people, when there's a lot of people, it can be chaotic, it can be busy, there can be bad jokes, even if it's moderated. There can be a little bit of drama or talk that you don't want to hear. So some players are leaving the global chats. And so as a subscriber, you will have a different chat in addition of the global chat to keep this coziness aspect, a more familial aspect. That's the reason. It's not to segregate again subscriber and non-subscriber, but to give this kind of I prefer to be with people that I know. I prefer to be with less people. I prefer to be... It's like a giant guild chat, basically.
Yeah, I would agree with that idea of it being a giant guild chat. And the idea there isn't to separate the community. It's more to give like a little bit of a more cozy place for subscribers to hang out, especially if they're wanting to leave the world chat. So that they can still kind of have access to the larger community in some way. So yeah.
Yeah, and if you feel concerned by this type of discussion and you want to really be present for any new players, we encourage you to be in the global chat and to be this ray of sunshine, this positive person answering questions, encouraging players, giving them indication, cheering up everyone. And we need those kind of person because that's the backbone of the community.
What's the VIP lounge chat, Bam?
No, Euronet, I hope subscriber won't use only that chat. I don't think... Some will do, but a lot of people will not do. Some people will be concerned, like you are, and participate to the rest of the chat.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's true that moderation is hard, right? Like, we can't always be on top of every player in world chat, like right on the dime. So this does give subscribers the opportunity, like if something conversation is going on in world chat that they're not interested in participating in, they can leave, but yeah, still have access to, you know, the larger community.
So Nathan Napalm is saying, hi by the way, nobody likes to say it, but some people, when world chat get wild, they leave it and the subscriber chat might be how they chat with more people. It is true. Yeah, I think we all know some people that don't really like the busyness of the world chat. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like introverted people, you know, they don't like busy places.
Yeah, that's true. I know lots of introvert MMO players. I think I might be sliding towards more introversion myself over time as I get older. So.
Yeah, I think it happened to all of us. So first I saying I have another tab with only world chat, so I don't have to see it on my main tab. Yeah, I think that's some different trick you can use to be able to generate the flow of discussion in better way. I do that too with my party chat only, my guild chat only, so I can have an easier reading. Otherwise it's go too fast and you have your loot and you have the global chat and you have everything at the same time, and it goes fast. It can be overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
Malakun saying, could a feature be added in world chat to right-click a message and have a menu to report a message? If enough people report the same message, it gets flagged, maybe used like a community manager, manage moderation, or goes to Stormhaven queue to review. For now, what you can do is to do /report and reports the chat. Yes, that's how people are doing, or they send us a private message with a screenshot of the chat. And then there's a problem. We're only a team of 12. Therefore, we're sleeping sometimes, we're busy doing other stuff, and so we react when we can. And there's been moments where we could not react as fast as possible because it was the wrong moment of the night. But we do our best to go as fast as possible in those type of situation.
Yeah, and as far as what Mal was saying, it just depends on, you know, what the intended outcome of the reports are, you know, because people will use things like that to, I don't know, like grief people. I know in New World, when that came out, they had a report feature, and they were like reporting other players on the opposite PvP
Yes,
team, and then they would get shut down, and then they would
get banned from the game directly. I had a friend that was completely innocent, but she was on the wrong team, so up there she go, 1 day of ban.
Yeah. Well, Nathan, I know Undone was up all last night working on tech, so you know there's a lot of periods of sleeplessness on the team periodically. Sometimes things are just fine, but they're, you know, when we really gear up to get work done, it can be a lot of late nights.
I think one of the reasons it's like that, it's also because we're all super passionate by this project. We want it to work. We want to give our best. It is not a job like you are an employee in some society and you do what needs to be done and you have done your hours and that's it. And we really want to create this. So it's something where we have to auto-discipline ourselves to not go too far into working for the game, because otherwise we can forget real life and family and friends and that kind of things that are also important for a good health balance. But there we go.
Yeah, we are working on mutes as part of this, Mal, because we know that the player numbers are going to increase and moderation is going to get harder. So we are working on a chat mute feature for Elloa, so she doesn't have to pull her hair out.
Yeah. Yeah, because more moderation tool will make the task easier. At the moment, our tools are relatively basic, and muting would be really good if you have someone which is getting out of line, starting to fight in public, for example. That does not deserve a ban, because it's not really wrong, but at the same time, shut up! Don't watch your dirty laundry in public.
Right, yeah.
So a question, when you are a game creator, do you have specific deadline to meet?
Yeah, so, you know, there are a lot of like bigger teams. We're a very unique case. We're all remote. You know, we're all very, I don't know, like we're all on the same page and going down the same path. And we do have deadlines every month. We have a deadline before the major patch comes out. But I think most teams, like, they run in sprints, and they have like Kanban boards, or what's the other term? There's other terms for different kinds of progress boards. But yeah, you know, some teams have a very strict deadlines that they have to meet. They have to get their tech done. There's a manager who's like watching, their job is to basically watch the board and make sure people are updating it with their progress and hitting their deadlines and all that kind of stuff. And it can get kind of, I don't know what the term is to use. I mean, it works for bigger teams, and it, you know, it can get out of hand with bigger teams. Like, you have so much, like you need a tool like that to really watch, to make sure things are progressing forward. But with our team, we're able to keep relatively closely in touch. Like Elloa said, we only have about a dozen people on the game, so you know, it's easy for us to reach out to each other and be like, hey, where's this at? Or me to reach out to everyone and bug them, right? Like, Bobby, what are what's the status on this, or
Yeah.
Adric, what's going on with this? So yeah, I mean, we're our I love the culture in our studio. You know, like Wendy has mentioned in the past many times, everyone kind of gets to like throw their ideas in the hat, and you know, a lot of times we'll pull out ideas from the community and be like, hey, did you see this person mention this or that? I know we have our flooded ruins, and that came out of the community. I think Nathan Napalm's guild was a little bit pushing that, and then it came out, and I think they noticed. So yeah, but a lot of that kind of stuff happens, you know, and especially like with the gel system. I like to talk about that a lot. I'm really proud of the gel system, but that came out of the community. Like people really wanted a way to play the game with more of their friends, and so we really had to sit down and think about, well, Bobby and Adric had to really sit down and think about you know, how to manage that, and you know, with quests and everything too. You know, Seth and Morlin and Wade and myself, you know, we're really trying to figure out, like, especially early on, right, with the quests, like how do we really make these quests I guess like friendly to the community, because you know, there were the design in our game is not necessarily to like sit and camp, right? But we were making quests that way, where you had to sit and camp a mob. So we had to like really, you know, after all the feedback, we had to really like reconsider how we were designing things in the quests. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we have learned a lot while working on this game, and we're seeing the community interacting with it and how they responded to it, and give us plenty of ideas and inspiration on how to improve things step by step, which I think show up today in the progression of the game in general.
Yeah, we're all a part of this. You know, you guys are going to have a lot of input that affects the devs' decisions, and we're going to always try to do what's best for the community, and without breaking the core, you know, functionality of the game, the core experience. You know, we're really, like Elloa said, we're really passionate about this, so we're just going to keep going, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, our best reward is to see you excited about the game and nerding about it. That's when we really have a butterfly in our stomach, because it feels like we have succeeded something cool. So we have a question. Will the gem system work later on down the road, when most players will be higher level than the new players will be? Will they still be able to get group for anything?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the future holds for the gel system. You know, there's obviously the possibility of expanding it. You know, we'll kind of have to cross that bridge when we get to it. As with a lot of unpredictable things in MMOs, it's such a broad type of game that you can't really predict everything. But I still see a lot of, like the majority of the players really in our game are in the teens and 20s, and you know, with the free weekend and all the new players coming in, you know, there's going to be a healthy player base at the bottom range as well. And now with the extra character slots for subscribers, you know, the hope is that they would make new characters and play those lower levels again. Maybe try different options on quests that they've done previously and chose different choices, or, you know, maybe they didn't focus so much on like CV2 and they really want to figure out like CV2 and all the drops in there versus, you know, I don't know, whatever other dungeon you went to instead. So yeah,
and I think that's what we are doing too when we are continuing to develop the games. Not only we add more content for the high-end game, but we continue to develop content for the middle range. So we want to have as much variety as possible for players to explore different things and not have a monotone journey. When they do a new character, they can take something really different and have the feeling that they have a very different journey.
Exactly.
All right, but sorry. I think that will be a good show for today. It was very nice. Thank you so much, Drindin, for joining for this interview and for answering players' questions. Really appreciate that. Everyone is appreciating it. And I'm very, very excited for the future of the game. It's really cool to see the community reacting so positively overall.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much for having me, and it's great to be able to chat to everyone on the community show. And yeah, thanks a lot.
All right, see you later. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
And that's it for today. Thank you so very much, guys, for watching this episode. Thank you for checking our game. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your positive feedback. Thank you for your feedback at all, even when it's not positive. We are very grateful of your contribution to the game, and we are really happy that you are enjoying. To every player that has come back to the game, welcome back to Embers Adrift, and thank you for coming back. And to every new player, may you be welcome in the family. We do hope that you will enjoy yourself, have fun, and find many friends and create beautiful memories from this day and forward. You guys take care of yourself. I will see you soon for another episode in another video or on Twitch TV for my live stream. You take care of yourself. Bye.